You're listening to Weeknight Wizards.
Hello, welcome back to Weeknight Wizards. I am your friendly neighborhood GM, Michael. Welcome back to 13th Age, our Witch Wizard, Warlock, and Worm campaign. Because Weeknight Wizards wasn't enough W's for me. Excited to get back to this. I was thinking today that it is weird to me that it's December. It's mid-December, and I think I have only been accosted by holiday songs, maybe basically like one time maybe at this point, and that was like getting a Christmas tree. So
That's it.
yeah, and I realized it's like maybe I don't go out enough.
They played in the bathroom of my office, nonstop.
Yeah, I'm working remote, so I'm not inundating myself with holiday music.
The good news is we're going to the Mall of America tomorrow, so you were just
That's
going to
true.
get ass blasted.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. It's just gonna
She's waiting around every corner there. Like
Yeah.
he will find
The whistle tones will be injected straight into my veins.
It's only license-free music.
Yeah.
The
Sorry,
moment you
Mariah
step
is
into those
there,
doors.
and she is
It's
hungry.
her domain.
Is this just me? Is everyone else doing okay on the holiday cheer?
Well, here's the thing. I'm glad you said that. Because talking about audio suppositories, there is a fantastic new banger that I think is overtaking all the charts, which is that Cher has a new Christmas album, including a Christmas single called DJ Play a Christmas Song, which is exactly what you think it is. And
I heard that one actually.
It's actually kind of phenomenal in a way that's like, I can't tell if she's in on the joke or whether she's just like, I just want to make money and fuck what you think, and like, hey, more power to you. But
Joe,
that's
Cher's a national treasure. So.
Joe, did you hear it in the bathroom?
No, I heard it in my
Of your
girlfriend's car, because my girlfriend likes Christmas music, and
because my girlfriend is Cher.
Yep, my girlfriend is Cher.
All right, outed on the.
Yeah,
on the
outed.
live stream.
Way to
Cher's
dox
boyfriend.
me.
Joe, we met her. She hides it well.
Oh, I know.
Being shared. Very humble.
Yeah, you wouldn't even know.
So that actually got me thinking. Sometimes we do character facts. And I think we skipped it last time because I had to do like a 30-minute monologue. But today we're gonna get back into it with character facts, and I'd like to know what is a holiday that your character celebrates in the world, and how do they celebrate it? We like to do these. We don't tell these in advance, so this is a hard choice every time
So,
we introduce.
I can start. I don't know if any of y'all have watched on Netflix Blue-Eyed Samurai.
Not
Which
yet.
is
Oh,
a-
I really thought you were gonna say One Piece.
that would have been the deepest little pull I could have come out with. So it's very, very good. Highly recommend it. Animation style is amazing. But there's this section in it where they go to a fishing village, like a coastal town, and it's kind of like an end of year celebration where the townsfolk, at the ringing of a bell, all strip completely naked and dive into the ocean, and and then their priestess like symbolizes like a year of like rebirth and like cleansing yourself essentially, and they do it in deep winter, so it's like, I think like, yeah, just like deep December. So I like the idea that having Edinson coming from like a coastal northern fishing town, that there's something similar, which is like before you can go get your first catch of the year, like you have to cleanse yourself and offer yourself to the ocean. And so I think like all the townsfolk like on the first day have to take the cold plunge. And
the first day of fishing opener.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So you do the frigid jump into the water, immediately get drunk, and then go whaling. So it's a hell of a time. Yeah.
If you can get that hat.
What's it called, Greg?
Oh, that's a good question.
Ooh, let's say it is the The depths of the soul.
I like that.
Actually, nope. Changing it. It's called Sea Change.
Ooh, that's very cute. I like that. Love it.
I think that Parth's community had a holiday they celebrated, and it might not have been yearly per se, but it followed like the course of the moon. And there would be a time at which the moon lined up between like a couple of the mountains in a specific way that they considered to be either holy or prescient of good omens, things like that, and they would celebrate it with a big feast, and lots of tomfoolery.
Parth
And
involved. There's always tomfoolery.
there's always tomfoolery in a dwarven village. There's just gotta be, and I think they spent a lot of time. I kind of wanted to make it about the mining portion, but I think there's like maybe an idea of how like the ire, like their ancestors might have thought the moon was ire leaving the mountains and sitting on
Oh,
top
like
of
that's
the
an
mountains.
old myth of the town. Say, yeah, the moon is made of
Yeah.
fire, kind of
They
thing.
know,
Oh,
yeah,
I like
they
that.
know it's, yeah, they know it's not the thing now. Like they know it's the moon, but they still celebrate the tradition of it and the belief of it. So they eat themselves silly, and then they all pass out in the village longhouse.
I'm excited to
Give it-
meet. I'm excited to meet
Good name.
Tom.
Ha.
Tom
No.
Foolery.
Tomfoolery. Only
How-
second to his brother, who's an actual person in Parth's 5x5, Toki Five Fingers.
Toki Five Fingers Foolery.
Yeah, that's him, baby.
You didn't kill him.
I did not.
Isn't he dead?
Spoilers.
I thought
No,
Chucky
he's
was
not
dead.
dead. He
Oh, okay.
might be dead. I don't
I thought
know.
Chucky was dead. Oh wow.
Oh no, he might have. You know what? He might have died in the whole massacre thing.
Yeah, because I think I
forgot.
gave you crap because like you built a character who you immediately killed in your best.
I love him. Listen, he's Toki Five Fingers.
Yeah.
You love
Hey.
him.
You made a character you loved and took him away from me.
Hey.
I can only
What's
desecrate
your
his
holiday
corpses than you have
called?
now.
I think it's probably got like a more official, like Nordic sounding name, but I don't know Norse. So I'd say it just translates to the feast of the Ire Moon. I think they call it the Ire Moon. The feast of the Ire Moon.
I like that. Very nice.
Thanks.
Do you have one, Joe, or do you want me to go?
Yeah, I think branchlings probably celebrate the solstice, the summer solstice, longest day of sun. It's kind of would be a feast for them.
It's naturally a feast.
Yeah, naturally kind of a feast. Yeah, so you know they kind of wake up with the sun, and you know I think some that are hibernating tend to come out during this day of their hibernation, and some go into hibernation this day. It's kind of like a yearly reset, kind of a New Year's for branchlings.
Tag you're in kind of.
Yeah.
Time.
And I'm gonna steal Greg's name, Depths of the Soul, but it's SOL.
Hey, very good.
I was gonna
What's
steal
the
it even if you went with it. I was gonna be like, it's just a coincidence.
Yeah, what's that thing that oh my god. Never mind, ignore me. I'm gonna go down such a rabbit hole for a reference that's not worth it. Ignore my against my better judgment. We can
It's
move
like
on.
One Piece. That's the reference.
Yeah, it's like One Piece,
It was One Piece. That was it.
like this.
That
Stream can't
looks
see.
like a brain.
It's the Gomu Gomu no Mi.
Nobody can see that, Joe.
It's
I
the
know.
gummy fruit.
I have it though.
It's the
In
gummy ship
the
from Kingdom
Elden
Hearts.
Imperium, there is a holiday that is known as Crown's Day.
Nice.
And since the Elden are elves and they're very long-lived, it's not an annual celebration. It happens every 5 years. And
That's
it
frequent
is-
for an elf, I imagine.
Yeah. It is a celebration of the empire and the longevity of its existence and the rule in Aemiria. And there's some folklore around its origin since it came into being so long ago. But the practice of celebrating it does involve like putting candles on your antlers.
Cute.
And because that is a very silly practice, it's very private and kind of kept to the family because it looks quite silly.
It's funny because I can imagine going the exact opposite as well, where it's like you have the most extravagant fucking candelabra on your head. But I like that.
To imagine like a 12-year-old, like it's something you do for children primarily, or like young elves, where they're like, "Mom, stop putting the candles on my head. Like, I'm grown up now. I don't need
It's
to
a
wear the
whole
candle
empire.
headdress anymore."
There is a
300,
range
Mom.
of different ways to celebrate it, but it is near and dear to every Elden's heart.
I think there's
Sort of
something
like-
very. No, you
Go ahead.
finish.
It's sort of like the what's that bullshit thing? The
Christmas.
Crown Jubilee,
Oh
Sure.
God.
where like the British celebrate the royalty for no reason because they have royalty.
Culture.
I was gonna say, I love the idea that if it's primarily a kids thing, like kids' antlers are non-existent or like typically. I guess it
They're
depends.
wax antlers.
I was gonna say, do kids have
Ooh.
antlers in Elden society, or do they
Yeah,
grow?
how do they- antlers
They're like
grow?
fawns. They've got little
Yeah.
little
So-
sprouting antlers.
So I kind of love the idea that like some kids go all out to like impress people, and so they put these giant head rigs on their little antlers, but it's too heavy for their heads because they're supposed to balance out. So they're like tipping left and right as they try to walk with these like candelabras on their little like fawn horns.
That's fun. Oh man, there must be some late bloomer Elden whose antlers don't
Aw.
come in and they get bullied so hard.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm glad
Tevra.
that-
The Elden
yeah,
are
push that.
canonically, Anthony, Elden are canonically fascists in this world, so they're probably
Yeah, but you don't have
bullies.
to make fun of them.
Actually, you should
Mike-
always make fun of fascists.
That's true, kids.
Mhm.
Michael, do you have one for the whole crew or for the whole?
I
country, or do you
had
want to move on?
No, I actually really enjoyed this. I think, for actually one question I do have is that has Tevra celebrated this holiday? Because we don't know exactly when it is, if it's more of a winter. And you guys have been more, I think we've kind of established it more in like summer, fall times so far. But you guys have been together a couple of months, so I just don't know if anyone's holidays have actually happened while you've been together, which is probably maybe not, but
Not Grounds Day.
Neither has sea change. It's first of the new year in winter.
okay. So, and yeah, maybe the closest was probably the solstice, maybe. But
Maybe with Granola. Log and Granola got absolutely fucking turnt when they were hanging out together in the grove.
Yeah. Back in the start of this adventure,
Turned on sunshine.
yes, Granala is a branchling who Log and the
What's
team
that?
encountered.
What's that drink that's from like the 90s where it's like orange? It's like a surfer.
Sobe.
No, it's
Oh.
it's like
My
it's like
lizard
orange
milk.
juice. It's like orange juice.
Sunny D.
Sunny D's nuts.
Hey
Oh,
guys, I
no.
just remembered I got somewhere else to be.
Yeah,
I gotta go.
There you
It's
go.
Tang though. It's a kick in the glass.
It's kicking the glass. Oh my god. Excellent. Good marketing. No, for the interest, I think we can skip on other holidays because there's like obviously there's a big mix of cultures, so I'm sure that we could go through all of the different groups, and I don't want to do that. So, and I'm not going to pick favorites. So,
Appreciate it.
to recap where we left off, the heroes found themselves in a backwater town on the hot on the trail of Ashton Borer, who they need to help find the Log's lost grove where he was born and raised. So they found the last known whereabouts of him, and it's a small fishing village, and immediately realized something was amiss, as children were missing, and heroically, in fact, Tevra led the charge. Again, interesting. The royal fascistly brought up person is gone out of her way to help common children.
Tevra is not a fascist. The Elden are
I
a
know.
fascist
Yes.
nation.
She was kicked out. I know. I'm not. I'm just giving her shit. But
Kicked out
yeah,
for
you guys
not being
immediately set off.
fascist enough.
Basically. She set off into the woods, followed by her comrades. There was a lot of bear puns. Of course, you met the bear tender, Gnarls Berkeley, the grizzly bar, which I will never apologize for.
It
Should you?
looks so bad written out. I hate it in the notes.
Hey, I like saying it though. And you set off in the woods to their last known whereabouts, where you were set upon by will-o-wisps, who you heroically fended off, and we all remembered how to play the game of 13th Age with perfect memory. It was truly a flawless combat. And digging around, you were able to find, and I'll share this on screen. Joe, did we switch scenes, by the way?
We did, yes. I remember
Okay,
this
excellent.
time.
No, just checking. So you can probably see this on screen, the leather satchel you guys all found. And inside that was a mysterious note. And I will say, this note could theoretically be translated, but I doubt anyone took the time in the last 2 weeks to look at this. So we'll figure it out live.
I did.
Oh, I didn't realize there was.
I just don't remember in my character sheet where it lists the languages that I know.
That's a good question.
It's not laid out like it is in D&D.
Yes. The character sheet, again, shout out. This is the Roll20 13th Age Glorantha character sheet, which is setting specific, but also incredibly well done. It's
very good.
It's a very good character sheet. A lot of toggles.
Would it be under lifestyle?
It would be.
If we ever
It isn't.
actually wrote down languages.
Could be under adventure.
I have 4 rat teeth. Would that help?
In most situations, yes.
Why did you get rat teeth?
Don't worry
Michael,
about it.
answer the question. Will the rat teeth help or not?
The rat teeth could help. Roll them bones.
I don't want to get too far, but we should probably roll icons as well.
Yes. Oh, you're right. I always forget about this. Yes, please roll your icon rolls. Again, we use these as story points, kind of like a character-based inspiration.
Wow, straight nothing.
Again, this is icons. A cool shout out again for 13th Age are a great way to, if you have no idea what you're doing and just want to crib the adventure, you can use this to say, all right, well, these icons are going to be involved, and we're going to make it happen. I think that's really, I like to overplan, so my anxiety will not allow me to play that way. So instead, I'm going to give power to the players to use their relationships to alter the reality of their situations. And I see here, yes, we have Log's got a positive success. Is that a?
It's
what does that
partial.
mean?
Partial.
A partial success. Or mixed
Partial
success.
success. Yeah, of my positive
witch.
relationship with the witch.
Mm-hmm. And similarly to Parth and the worm. Interesting. Greg's got a full success.
Yeah, I've got a full success with my positive relationship with the spider, and I have a mixed success with my conflicted relationship with the speaker.
So keep a memory of that, and if you want to cash those in to alter the situation, again, we'll kind of hash out over time. This can be things like, in other games, it's certain things like, oh well, like actually, there's this thing here, and I would be, like there's a barrel there, and I would be able to roll it down the stairs and knock people over. But we like to do it. What I like to do is say, like, how does this work in relationship to these factions and these leaders? And that can even be things like, someone shows up and I will be poorly prepared for it, but we will make it work.
I have
Um,
an excerpt from the rule book about language, if we're ready to move back to this.
Yes.
Verbatim from the rule book, our attitude towards languages is that you should pay attention to them when it's cool and ignore them when it's not. Everyone speaks common tongue. If you want to be specific about language, decide what languages are useful or not. And that's why we didn't write them down, because they're not like a thing.
30 days
May I-
is conversational.
May I try to decipher this using my gigantic brain?
I'm
absolutely.
kind of hang on, I'm kind of close.
What?
While Tevra is doing that and while Joe is doing that, I did roll for rat teeth and I got a 3.
3 rat teeth. So Tevra is poring over this note, and Log is reading over her shoulder, and Parth, seeing these characters inspires you, and you come and you just throw a bunch of rat teeth onto the sheet.
I find
And
some
you-
in my pocket with like a little bit of lint, and I'm like, oh, this will definitely help.
And
And I
weirdly
just-
enough, it does. Oh, you're figuring it out like a cryptoquip.
Yeah, Michael, how close am I?
Hold on, I actually have to change to look at it. You can say it out
Wow.
loud. That's gonna make it easier for me.
So the first word, I'm gonna gesture on the thing. So I think the one that looks like an M in the second word, I think that's T. The thing next to it is so like the words I have for sure.
Actually, I think you are 100% accurate right now.
Okay.
Holy crap, dude.
Well, there's 2 the,
Yeah.
which is that's
Yeah.
like the easiest way to start. So the second word is 2, the third word is the, and then that means the last word on the first line has to be tree. Which then you can extrapolate a little bit.
The fourth word starts with an H.
Yes.
Is this good content?
You say that 'cause it looks
Are we
like an
creating
H?
good content
Um,
right now?
well,
No,
I
because
I can't
I like this.
I can't show it on the stream.
Wonder here. You know what I can do?
the-
I can help on the stream because I can put it directly on.
So
screen.
it's head to the something tree. Head is the first word.
Is it?
No,
No, because
It
the
can't be. It has to be
last-
an O and an E.
yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it? Oh, because never mind. Oh man.
Yeah, if you go to our Discord text chat, Joe has.
Oh, I
Everywhere.
didn't go to the.
Could it be?
Text
Could it
chat.
be like gone?
I'll write it
Gone
out.
to the tree.
Oh no.
Gone to the 8.
It could be gone. Does that get us any more letters?
Could be. Well, that would get us an N in the fourth word.
A G.
You've added the R in tree as the same thing as the last R on the last line.
Oh,
which
that's
would
not
be
an
two
R,
different
you're right.
things. Yeah.
I'm just gonna try.
Oh, it just needs to be one back.
Yeah. Let me see if I can write. I guess I can zoom in and write on it. Hang on. Okay, give me
Whoa.
1 sec.
I actually am glad that you guys are trying to figure this out because it's kind
I'm
of
very
fun.
impressed. I think that's
Chuck
very
teeth
cool.
at it. But
Yeah.
I would maybe
the last
venture
word
that
could
the,
also be return.
I was gonna say I feel like maybe the first word on the bottom line is 4. If that's an F, I don't know if
Yeah.
there's F's in it.
The last word can't be returned because that third letter can't be a T, if that's true.
Oh,
You
so
have more
is,
R's.
could it be
That's a
tree
lot, I would
for
say, too.
your?
There are more R's.
Could it be tree for your? So the second to last word,
Mhm.
could that be your?
Mm-hmm. Could
So
be.
like gone to the blank tree for your
I don't know if it's
re.
gone,
Birth?
but
No,
no.
I don't know if it's gone. That's the only word I can think of with an O and an E in it.
Hole.
Or
All the only
home
word there
to
is.
the
Hole.
Hole.
home to the. It could be home to the tree.
No, we know this is H.
Can't be.
Michael, can I
Oh,
ask
that's
a
right.
question?
You can.
This is just me having written fantasy novels and created languages. Are any of these letters? Is it one letter per symbol, or are there like TH, CH?
Well, I'm gonna tell you as a lazy. I found a cool looking font and I wrote out a message. Is what I did.
Hey.
I
Um,
would assume, but yeah. Okay.
Yes.
It's
let me tell you,
Wingdings.
this is a you know a challenge for third graders maybe. So I figured it was perfect for
Third graders.
Are you
is a
more
little above
cryptic
third
than a
grade.
fifth grader?
better than Are You More Cryptid?
Do I have?
Wait, wouldn't that make the before last letter in the last word R? Then?
Yeah, I.
already there.
Yeah, it's the second to last letter. He just
It
has
is.
it
Oh, okay.
If
just
you're back in
aired.
the roll 20, it is.
Yeah, roll 20. You can see it.
Ah.
Yeah, Michael's got it written down a little bit better. So, I think that the three horizontal slashes has to be a vowel.
Yeah, and it has to be
Well, yeah.
It can't
A,
be E. It can't be O. So it has to be A, I, or U.
Or you, yeah.
It's probably A, right?
Probably A.
Don't be weird.
Don't be weird.
I'm using my Wordle strategy here. A is
Your
more
Michael's
common.
Michael's weird noises are the equivalent of the yellow and the green symbols.
Oh, do you think
Correct.
it's highest?
Ooh.
No,
No,
because that would
that
be
would
should've
make-
been
yeah, we
that
large.
can have an
can't
H.
Well, also, highest doesn't have repeating vowels.
EST doesn't work.
Oh, you're right. This like
It could be. Oh, well, maybe if it. So let's say it's an A. Then that would mean that there's an A before the last R in the second line. So maybe that could be regard.
Ward.
Reward. So
For your
oh
assume that's a
for
double
your
A.
reward.
Yeah.
For your
It's like a
reward.
treasure.
Oh,
It's like a
hang
treasure
on.
map.
Writing
Yeah, 'cause
in
that-
this.
That
It's-
third
It's difficult.
symbol is.
I
a-
can-
You're doing
It's
very
E.
admirably, Joe.
So they are A's, we think.
Well, we
There's
assume. So
A,
for your.
A there. H-A.
So it's other letters then, because they don't repeat in the other ones. So
We thought this was might be gone.
maybe.
Gone to the or something like that. I can't think of because it can't be
No,
home.
I think that this is
Um,
it's written in imperative, so it would be a command word.
Yeah, but
Nose to
No,
the something
not
tree.
So we got A as the threes. W doesn't help us. We knew that was an E. That's a D.
This
D
word
is not.
this word is hard.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, that might be like a. I don't want to say proper noun, but that might be like a linguistic thing for this area,
it
like
could be
like
yeah, like a
like
name.
the Halifax tree or whatever, right? So
Our good pal Halifax.
So we know that that letter is shared between the two,
And
which is helpful.
the other letter that looks like a
then
Japanese K
hmm.
is shared twice in this.
That's
The
right.
halal tree.
Hello.
Tree. Oh.
I mean, if it is, no, I don't think it's gone.
No.
I think it's something
No,
else.
I'm just
I
trying to
think
think what
it
else
is
it
an
could be.
Like this is a
Yeah.
command. Do
I think
this.
Anthony's
Thor?
intuition, I will just say, was very impressive.
Yeah.
With that was a good English major
I have
move.
helped my mom do the crypto quip many times.
That's where I got this from. I used to do it in high school.
So maybe
My
it could
friend
be
and I
like
used to do it on the bus
soar
every
to
day.
the-
Mm.
soar?
To the something.
Maybe it's move to the.
Move? Yeah.
But that sounds
kind of
that's not
movement word?
quite right.
No,
Let's
'cause
try
it
something.
would
I
be-
don't know if it's good
that.
content, but I'm really enjoying.
I mean,
watching you guys
I
spilling
love
it out.
a-
You're
I love
doing
a
really
puzzle.
good, so this is fun.
We
Someone's
usually
gonna-
just
Hey, we're
kill
solving.
things. So
People are gonna
this
be
is a nice,
Yeah.
screaming at us.
yeah.
So we haven't used the letter. We haven't used L
Oh.
yet, which is a very common letter.
You're right.
Yeah,
we
whole.
will. Well.
Hello.
I use L in my first Wordle guess every day.
Alright, wait.
Party.
Spell pause. What's everyone's first Wordle guess?
Oh, actually, that's an interesting
Party.
question. Mine is
This
spear.
is our player question.
Audio.
Spear's going.
What was it,
I
Greg? Spear?
Spear. For
Spear.
Greg. Strong.
That's good.
I like to
Yeah,
use
it
as
is.
many vowels as possible, but I refuse to do the common one of a do. A do. So
Idea.
instead, I do a rose. Because
Ah.
that one gets me the S and the R, which are very popular, and then the rest are
Yeah,
vowels.
that's why I do spear, because S, E, A, and R are all
right.
in
Right.
one.
But I get 3 vowels to your 2.
Yeah.
So it's,
Okay.
I do party.
We like to party.
Party?
Party.
Interesting.
One
I've
letter on the
been,
word.
I've been using plans recently,
Plans.
and that has worked
Interesting.
out very well for me.
All going according to plans. Joe,
I'm
do
just
you
wondering if
Wordle?
maybe
Not really.
Well,
For
Oh.
your reward. Okay, hold on. For your reward, blank
Is-
to the blank tree.
Good
could
with that.
Log make a roll potentially? Does he know any trees that
Oh,
start
that's
with?
true.
Like if Log was looking at this, could
I just sorry. That's the funniest thing.
Can
Is could Log roll if he
can we
knows any
roll for
trees?
hints?
Roll for tree.
Yeah, I'm just
Well,
like to
wait, to be
Actually,
fair,
Would-
yeah,
if
you
Log
can.
was looking at this, would he see something that like where he'd be like, oh yeah, the hamababa.
well,
tree.
I don't want to metagame, but he did try to talk to the trees at the very end of the last session. So I'm wondering if, like, that if he didn't know or he couldn't communicate what. I mean, I understand what you're saying about like, is there like a tree language that maybe he would recognize or like similarities? But I also don't want us to be like,
I wasn't asking about that.
I think this is fair.
I got an 18 for a hint.
Yes. Yeah, I think.
give us
that-
one letter.
No, I will say I think it's actually interesting to see how you guys like thinking about how your characters would interpret something like this. And I think Log, you're seeing this, and Tree stood out. That you were able to help kind of figure that out. I think that you would intuit from this that there's there is a tree of significance, obviously, some sort of landmark tree. I think that you're not familiar with the region per se. You don't necessarily know specific trees here, but I do think you would also intuit that that like civilizations and towns and stuff have many uses for trees. Some of them less savory than others.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I didn't want
Oh.
to say it. Yeah, I didn't want to say it, but I was thinking about hanging, but
It can't be
Oh.
hanging because then the
No.
eye doesn't work.
yeah, but
Oh, hangman.
Hangman.
yeah.
Oh,
Come to the hangman tree. COME.
gotcha.
Honestly,
Yeah, come. It is.
you guys solved it, and I honestly thought we were gonna breeze past this. I'm like, you guys are just gonna bring this note straight back to the tavern and we'll figure out something.
Hey,
but
Michael, we're not gonna
that was great.
backtrack.
Hey, listeners.
We are puzzle solvers.
Hey, listeners.
I will
This
say
this show is mostly us going into the rabbit holes we don't need to go into, and very little actual playing.
honestly, D&D is about technically following rabbit holes. They
Yeah,
just
that's
lead to
true.
dungeons. No, honestly, I am super impressed. The only thing narratively that is a little difficult to me is I don't know if you guys would know where a hangman tree is, but I do know that you have a friend who can talk to trees. So
True.
you could probably figure it out.
Yeah, that's true.
Boy,
Can I roll for a log to talk to a tree?
boy, I love
Actually,
puzzles.
I would like Anthony. Could Tevra roll me just something to actual on the language itself? I think would be of interest.
Oh, sure. I will just roll straight intelligence. I don't think I have a background for that.
Actually, Parth also could roll on
A
this.
25?
25 is extremely good.
Pretty good.
Do you have a plus 10? That's with your
I'm
level
very,
too, right?
Very
oh, okay.
smart.
You're so smart.
Intelligence, like a straight intelligence roll.
No, actually, can you roll Demonologist? Parth, I just want to see.
Oh, okay. see what we get there.
Oh, 27.
7.
Oh.
Yeah.
The flavor of Parth knowing more than me on something.
Okay, so what I would say is that Tevra, it's like Tevra's reading this, and like you've read many books. You are a well.
Michael, I've read.
I'm very smart.
I can read.
Tevra fucks with books.
Rub it in.
Oh, yeah.
Literate.
Literate
I
AF.
just bought Anthony's child a onesie that says illiterate.
It's my favorite.
That's
very
extremely good.
So Tevra like recognizes this is, it's like a bastardized, like it feels like colloquialism, but like or I guess regionalization of symbols you associate with the worm. Like this is like a kind of similar to, I think, what the Elden may refer to as like the worm tongue.
Can we get a quick refresher on the lore of the worm?
The worm,
For the listeners,
bad.
and definitely
For the
not for
listeners,
me.
Not for you. If you recall, in the history of the world of Aemiria, the Elden were the first major power that took over from the beast folk who lived here originally, and they spread a massive empire. Again, highly fascist empire. They really think they are the shit, until they attracted the ire of the worm, which is perhaps the greatest dragon
The
in
anger
existence.
ire, not the magic ire.
Yes, not the magic ire. Yes, thank you. Hashtag or trademark ire, not trademark ire. The worm, though, was a tyrannical beast that controlled. Unlike, I think, maybe even to get into this deeper, the worm was not your common dragon. First, it was massive and had a power that was able to level an empire of powerful armed, like highly advanced magical elves in the Elden. And one of the most terrifying aspects of the worm is the ability to bend others to its will, those who become known as the Thralls of Ember. You fought a Thrall of Ember, if we ever released the audio, back in your first adventure, and it was a spider, yes, that let me have a 2-stage Demon Soul style boss.
Oh yeah.
That basically like was empowered and imbued with this the worm's strength. Actually, you fought a second one, a Thrall of Ember in Valbor, the dwarven city, and it turned out to be Edison's old colleague, or his friend even, Squid from town, who
R.I.P. Squid. Pour one out for Squid.
Pour one out for your homeboy Squid.
Not the one from Rocket
Thrall-
Power. That one's still got, like, it's around.
Yeah. So, well, he probably died.
That's true, actually.
These cartoons live in dog years, so they're probably all dead. But the point is that yes, sorry, Anthony.
Oh, I didn't want to disrupt you, but I have a bit when you're done.
I'll save room for bit. No, but the point is that the worm itself has this immensely, almost godlike powerful dragon that laid waste and control of Aemiria until others from the main continent came, including some of the other icons, including the wizard and the witch. Actually, here there was a big joining of the many peoples of Aemiria to defeat the worm and drive it back. So the worm has been dead for, or thought to be dead, I guess, for many years, but the influence remains through the scars and the collective trauma of Aemiria. And this reminds you of worm tongue, I would say, worm speech. But it seems it's not right. It's not proper. It feels almost mimicked.
Scars of Collected Trauma is the name of my first album.
That's just a normal session with my therapist.
Hey.
Hashtag therapy. This is sponsored by BetterHelp.
I was just gonna make that joke.
time to go to the break zone.
Does
Actually,
okay,
no
but
sponsors.
what I want to know is like Tevra looks at this and she has like a sense, like a moment, like she's chewing through this, and then does like Parth just come over and go, yeah, no, that's the worm, that's the worm, no, I smell that a mile away. Yeah.
So
Yes, but excuse me, Mel. I did have a bit.
Okay. Oh yes, that's true. You did. I'm
a
so
bit
sorry.
in the queue.
I'm so
Okay,
sorry. You're correct.
Everyone clear the stage for a bit.
Silence
So
for the bit.
you're telling me this dragon is both massive and powerful? What are we gonna do?
Wait, that's your bit?
Yeah, that was the whole thing. It wasn't long, but it was a bit.
Oh.
Audio poison.
No,
I was
that
wait-
was awesome. What do you mean?
I don't think I get the reference, but
There's no reference, Michael. I'm
That's
just
why
being
it's-
funny.
we're making our own references.
That's just his sense of humor.
Man, okay, I wasn't ready for that.
Good.
I
Gotta
was
keep
ready
you on your toes.
for how funny and unfunny that was simultaneously to me.
It's both.
That's
I'm
why it's a
able
good
to
bit.
Use both my red and my blue techniques.
You're both red and blue pilled
Oh,
at
man.
the same time.
Oh man. But I think with Parth though, with the demonologist, I think actually, what's weird to you is Parth is he's a traitor. He's been around. I don't think Parth actually knows anything about the history of like worm speech.
No.
So, obviously there's a lot of bad vibes with the worm. Worm is evil. Like I think basically people don't care for the worm. I think there are two things that stand out to Parth, and one is that some of these symbols you saw carved into your countrymen when your village was raised. You recognize these as like the things that were like carved into the flesh of your slaughtered kinsfolk.
Suck.
The other thing though that draws you to is that this reminds you of demons and actually like symbology you associate with demons. And in fact, I have you didn't summon anyone during this battle. The viewers have never seen such a thing, but
Holding it out.
I feel like actually, do you have like do you sense your demons even when you haven't brought them to this plane? Do you have like a connection to them?
Question. I don't know. I don't think Parth would, because he does have a connection with them, but he has no control over them to an extent. So like when he brings them to this plane, he has very limited control over them, and they have the potential to break free of him. So I don't think it's like he has. I think it's sort of like he reaches into a cage and pulls them out, as opposed to like them like waiting for him. So
Gotcha.
I don't know if it's a positive relationship.
They're not in a
that he
Pokeball.
has with these. Yeah, they're not.
Okay.
They're not companions as much.
Sure. And yes, okay. I like that. That's useful. But I think with that, yeah, because of that, I think the biggest thing you get is that that's what you see, is that you've seen many of these kinds of symbols. And again, it's not quite right, but this is what, like, that's etched into your memory. Like, you remember Dre, who had captured you fundamentally, and you watched as Dre and who were the cult of the Warlock, these followers of the deep, carve these symbols or kinds of symbols into your compatriots as they burned your village and massacred the people before you got away.
That's not as fun as I thought it was going to be.
It's important for the lore.
It is good lore. Good lore. Sad. I do think Parth probably. I think he keeps that to himself. I think he keeps that tidbit to himself. He's still not cagey with the group, but I think he's uncomfortable when it comes to talking about emotional past and things like that. And this is certainly not something he would want to relive in front of the group. So I think he probably just looks at it and then kind of walks off. Or not walks off, because they're in a special forest.
Yes, you immediately fall into a bog, drown.
Immediately die. I think he would probably just say, "Okay, we deciphered it. Let's move on." Then, try to kind of push the group along.
Log, do you know of a hangman tree in the area, or one that would identify as such?
Yeah, can I roll branchling history to kind of like feel the vibe?
Vibe check the trees.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yo,
okay.
5 check this tree.
So
I would like to
branching
vibe.
history, I quibble a bit in the sense that it's being like branching history is technically like history of like the natural world. I don't think it would be as much of like a community with
nature,
trees kind.
sure.
I'll let you
Could you
roll
just
branching history, but with a charisma check.
Sure.
Is this
That's
just like
I think
after
you're
the trees?
interfacing.
That's not good. That's much less good, but that's fine.
He's hacking the root node of this tree.
24.
good.
Hell yeah!
That's three
Wow.
15s in a row. Quantum
Yeah,
wow.
randomness.
That's quite random.
Killing it.
So I think, yeah, Tevra asks this of Log, and Log, I think you go to the trees, and one of the issues here is that the trees here, again, are largely dead. This area feels poisoned. It feels tainted. You kind of maybe make your way back towards a tree that had a little bit of life left in it, and as you touch it, you feel your senses extend out into the roots. You feel them extend into the branches. You feel wind in the branches, and I think you tune into the swaying of this tree and the wind to the branches, and you almost get like a metallic taste in your mouth. And I think it would be different, obviously, for a branchling, but I'm translating it to like a human experience.
Oh, I took
And this
Paxlovid.
almost-
Oh god!
But it's a sense of like death, right?
Yeah.
And not death of trees, but there's like this death of living beings. And you start walking through the forest, following this sense, and you're kind of as you're stepping, following the roots of this tree, and you kind of get led from like tree to tree, moving your way out of this decrepit bog, until you come to a clearing. I'm going to move us over to a new scene. And I'm going to check. What do you guys see? Just so I can see anything?
I drew something. I see this tree and us here.
You see yourselves?
Yep.
Oh, I'm on the wrong way. That's why.
Also the...
You guys see yourselves?
Yeah, and this tree.
Yes, you see the tree. Good.
Yep.
Also, somehow when we were messing with the thing, the background color got turned to yellow.
It's like a tan.
What? On the threatness?
Like
what?
behind the map. Like the
If
border
you
color.
zoom out really far, it turns tan behind.
It adjusts to the settings, so yeah, it's fine.
Oh,
Does it
okay.
all look
That's
black
fine.
now, though? Looks black now?
No, it's still
Yeah.
yellow.
Nope.
You still yellow?
I
It's,
just
yeah,
I
it's,
just zoomed in.
Black on
it's
mine.
like there's a big black square
It's
that
everything
encompasses all
outside
map.
of the game board.
I thought the game board is black for me, so that's interesting.
The game
game board
board
is
is
black.
black.
The area outside the game board is tan.
Right, what I'm telling you is, on mine it is not, so I think that's...
Okay, we
that's
could-
for
we could
all,
continue.
for all of
It
you,
doesn't
it is.
matter.
It doesn't matter. Okay. So you come here and you see this crooked tree, and Log, you know this tree has been used. Like the roots of this tree are so soaked in blood, and you see, I think on it you would see almost like generations worth of like. If you like tie like a rope around a tree, it'll like choke the branch a bit. And you see multiple marks on this tree, like almost that like a noose had been left here, and it had to be retied as the tree kept growing, right, to like make room for it. Like this tree is a point that so many have been killed, and it is now gnarled, maybe even dead. It's hollow and decrepit. And again,
People are these villagers killing.
well, there's
The
history.
children.
There's lore. There's more dark lore to uncover. But the night is gone. You guys have been out for you arrived late, and it's already been maybe a couple hours of trekking and fighting as you've made your way there. And I want to check. Everyone took some time to heal up a little bit. You used some of your recoveries. Okay.
I would have if I took any damage, but I didn't. So
I did use a recovery.
I also
did
have a
take
question. Does anyone have dark vision?
Ooh.
No.
Good question.
Lie my.
I don't remember if 13th Age deals with this well.
I don't think they
it
really
does.
talk about it.
Yeah. So I might just leave the light on. Everyone should have an aura. But I don't know what's going to be good content. So I want it to look good for the audience. What I will say is on this tree, you actually see there are candles laid out on the branch, which are providing this dim light around, including a lantern.
Go.
Yeah.
I want to see if there's a level of darkness here. I want to see if I'm able to cast something fire related.
Well, I was gonna say I have the cantrip for light, which is
perfect.
Field of light up to 30 feet in diameter. So I think I would cast that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will extend your light. 30
Thanks.
feet in diameter.
Yep.
It just says. I'm gonna give
It
you
just
25
says
bright light.
a fairly
and 5
wide
blue
and
light.
a fairly wide and consistent field of light up to 30 feet in diameter. And I think it just
Centering
comes
it on
from
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it says it can come from a staff or like small light elementals. I think what it looks like is he activates his ink. He like draws. I think the way he does it is he draws a little lantern, and it floats in the air in front of him and glows when he activates it. And so there's like a floating lantern of ink that glows white.
Yeah, so I'll give you that aura, and everyone I've given a little bit because you'd be able to see a little bit in front of you. But yes, now Edmondson is the bright boy.
I'm the brightest boy.
Not the quietest boy, the
Bright
brightest
boy.
Can
I'm
I
also the
cast
quietest one.
light as well, but better than Edinson?
Wow.
I'm just
Do you
kidding.
actually?
No.
Okay, I can give you light if you need more.
No, I don't care.
All right.
Cool. So I think Edison's just gonna walk up to this like the split here in the path.
Yeah.
Parth will go with them because dad instinct.
I do not have control of my token.
Well, you should have
Are
tried
you
harder.
clicking? Do you have the clicky button set on your Roll20?
It's probably me. No,
Because
it's
just
showing
had-
you. I think I had something here, and I switched the tokens, so I have to.
Michael doesn't like me.
Well, it's because you changed your token too many times. Punishment. How about now?
Yep.
Everyone else does.
I'm gonna take out my bow. Log is incredibly unsettled.
In the forest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my
I mean,
stack
so
to
you
watch.
know, you found a message that said, "Come to the Hangman's Tree." You're pretty sure this was a Hangman's Tree. What do you do?
I can't believe so many people couldn't get the letters right.
But reading isn't something that everybody knows how to do, Log. It's an acquired skill. It's very privileged.
I mean,
forget, dude.
really, the
Exotically,
game
do we not know if Parth can read?
it's more spelling than reading, but
I will
That's-
go over toward the tree and see if I can see. Are there any children in this hollow?
Roll for children.
Yeah, that's probably charisma.
I will actually. I'll have you roll, because there is not like a perception check in this game.
Nope.
They're just like tell me what. But I think you're investigating this tree, right?
I am.
So I think I would like you. Man. I would like you to roll me some sort of intelligence check. You could maybe use wizard initiate for it.
button. Big 10. Oh, I think Wizard
Big 10.
Initiate is worse than my
Or Fabrian?
just
Probably.
straight intelligence.
That can't be.
Yeah,
Unless
that
your
makes sense,
wizard
doesn't it?
initiate uses something different than intelligence.
No, it doesn't use intelligence. That it has. That's
Oh,
a,
it's points. That's right.
13th age is just points towards it, so
Yes,
that
yes, yes,
doesn't
yes,
make
yes.
sense.
But the points are charisma.
You can change the
No.
skill.
You can
Yeah,
change
you,
that.
You should change the skill.
Change from charisma to intelligence and then roll it.
Y'all, I've been playing on hard mode.
You
Mm.
definitely,
Yeah,
So for the
you definitely
for the people
knew
who,
that before.
For people who are tuning in and haven't played 13th Age, 13th Age makes away with skill checks, but uses backgrounds. So you're able to apply basically skills that apply to your background. So in this case, as a wizard initiate, I'm saying, Anthony, that's the experience that Tevra's character has that will apply. And I'm letting him roll an intelligence check, adding his wizard initiative bonus as the check. It's cool. It allows you to be a little more... obviously things like D&D 5e have a lot of flexibility in this too, but like it's really baked in to be like, this is something that would be connected or irrelevant to your character's experience.
May I try that again?
Yes.
Thank you.
You rolled the same.
It's still much
Or
better.
each time.
It is the
Two fours.
same, but my modifier though is
Yeah.
much better.
You come to the tree, you find 0 children in the tree's hollow.
Hooray!
I turn around and go back to town.
No. Before you do that, I think the thing is this tree has been hollowed out inside, and you find more of these markings inside, more worm tongue speech. And I think it's like you've seen that it's faded. This tree is old. As you kind of like maybe even run your fingers over it, though, you can tell these have been carved and painted over again and again with blood. And you associate, like, as a wizard initiate, you're not, you understand blood magics. You understand blood sacrifice and how that's been used in a sort of sadistic, magical history. Not just in Aemiria, but throughout history. And so this tree has a dark, more lore to it.
Do we get to play more cryptogram or whatever it's called?
Cryptoquip?
Cryptoquip?
Content we
Yeah, make more
really want,
cryptic-
Michael.
No, I'm not. I don't have this one spelled out.
Can we kind of figure out
Can
what
I
it...
make out what it says?
Sure. You've already done some cryptoquip. I think that you would recognize is that these seem to be names. Maybe people who are hungry.
Oh.
And
That's dark.
there are countless names carved into the bark.
But
They are old.
Oh, okay.
These are not fresh. These don't seem to be
I was
like
gonna
you don't think Gnarls Bearclay was over here hanging someone the other week.
No, and did we learn the name of the child that we're looking for, or the children that we're looking for? I know we met one parent.
Yes, you met.
I think
you
they
met
said the
Did.
name.
the
Their
parent
names
and
are, I wrote it down.
Keith and Mela.
yes, Keith
Yeah.
and Mela. Yes, those
didn't
names
write it down.
you do not find here.
That's good.
I think Parth is gonna take a couple of steps over under the tree and kind of towards this cobbled road.
Mhm.
So as we're kind of looking around.
Yeah. I think you recognize like the cobblestone work here. This is definitely work of the Fellhook river lords. I remember you rolled here. You kind of know some of the background as travel. And you know that again there was this old family that had set themselves up as sort of like local aristocracy, but it was truly a almost a feudal sort of group that has long since died out. But the Fellhooks had built kind of like a small empire because this was the you remember you were in Fellhook's Ford and that was a primary place to cross this major river. And you recognize the cobblestones are part of this sort of like petty kingdom that was set up here. And you know that probably if you kept heading towards maybe the east road, that would probably actually lead you even back to Felhook's Ford.
I think he's gonna turn around and call back. I think if we head eastward, we can head back to that ford we were at. Near the river.
But that doesn't solve our children problem.
They could have come this way, or somebody could have used this road. I mean, it's a thoroughfare.
Will heading closer to the tree aid in my assessment of this situation?
You were pretty close to that tree.
Yeah,
I will,
like,
you know what though?
Tree.
Yeah, you're all up in that tree. You know, I want some sort of equivalent of a survival check. I want someone who can like kind of, you know, again, you're looking for children, right?
How do you feel about
these children?
How do you feel about past adventurer for tracking?
Yeah. I'd love some past adventurer. You guys are on the hunt. You were looking for specific quarry.
Can I use wisdom?
You can use wisdom.
31.
Log, past adventurer. Technically, you're technically a ranger, but like not anymore really. But you know, flavor wise, you're a ranger.
I'm still a ranger.
You know these woods. You've tracked things through it. I think at first you're sort of like overwhelmed by like that like blood taste in your mouth, and again that would be for someone like Log very foreign. You do not have blood. This is a very upsetting sense for you. And as Tevra is touching, you know, the names of these hanged people, presumably, you're looking around for signs of the children, and you see you're able to kind of clearly see bent. You know, there is a broken reed here. There are twigs that have snapped under light weight. You know, these things would indicate okay. There seem to be two children. This is definitely the Lord of the Rings Aragorn scene as he is figuring out what happened to Merry and Pippin. Like their binds were cut.
I was gonna say Aragorn shit.
There's a lot of Aragorn shit going on. And you're kind of following this. It's like, and what upsets you is you see a footprint, and the problem you have with this footprint is that it seems to have been made with no flesh. It's sunk deep into the mud, and the bone has dug deep into it, and the children's footprints disappear as soon as you see those footprints appear.
Well, the good news is we know these are the children because there are no small races. The bad news
That's
is...
not my game.
Oh, you're right. The children have probably been through here, but they could have also been, I don't know, a pair of gnomes or something. But the bad news is they were captured by something.
Something
Then
are
let's
we
go
talking
find
about?
them.
Yeah, can I follow?
And
Hold on a second.
as you say something, you're talking about Parth, you hear a growl behind you.
He swivels. Oh, there is something.
Creeping in.
Hello.
And for the sake of this combat, I'm gonna give even Parth a little more light.
Should
A
we?
shed
I
a
can
little
see.
more.
I can see just the edge. You don't have to. I can see just the edge of
For
it
the-
here.
It's for everyone else involved.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna give everyone else watching. I'm gonna give everyone a little more.
Mm.
Right, what are those?
And Parth, you know, as Log is kind of seeing these bones and stuff, you see a wolf. At first, you think it's sickly, and as you look closer, you realize it's rotting. Parts of its skull and bone and musculature are shining through as this undead creature growls at you through lungs that have long since drawn their last breath.
Should we take an intermission?
Yes.
Okay.
Everyone, we're gonna take a 5 minutes and then roll for initiative.
Fine.
I will start new music.
And we're back.
I need everyone to roll initiative.
Beans.
21.
17.
20. Wow, I think this is the first
19.
initiative this entire
You
campaign
got
that I've
it.
rolled well.
Yeah, you're not in the way back.
Hmm.
Roll twice for the Bone Wolves. And once
Bone
for
Wolf.
someone else. The Bone.
Bone! It's the bone!
You're in here with me.
That's Bone Saw, please.
I know what I'm
Don't
doing.
insult him like that.
Oh wait, why didn't he come in? I have to give him. I have to give him a turn. All right, hold on. What showed up in this? All right. Start there. Okay. Okay. How do you do there? Okay.
How do you do, fellow adventurers?
How do you do, fellow adventurers? Okay. Alright, now it's all sorted out. And, unfortunately, for Parth, this group of, wolves leap out and bite at him.
Oh dear.
And
They are
I'll
allowed to
remind
do
you that this is a mook, as they are referred to, and each of them gets an attack. But I'm giving them each group its own the same initiative. So just so you know that they're gonna get three bites are gonna come at you.
Guessing it's AC or
Alright.
PD.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be AC, but I have to read because these are pack animals, and they get a +2 bonus to attack and damage for
Oh.
other for each ally engaged with their target for a
Damn.
maximum of 4. So in each case, both of these are gonna get a +4.
See, I do a pretty high AC.
Ooh, situational modifier. Well, the first one's a 31. Let me just do both. Just to...
No. That does.
The second one's a 32.
Unfortunately, okay. Well, you know,
Okay. Well,
Why are you even
okay.
rolling?
2 for
Uh,
3.
yeah. Well. Oh, you're right. Yeah. there's three, I forgot. There's
What's the
3
What's the
attacks.
third? Oh, you know, we could just be 2.
The third one's a natural 20.
Well,
So 34.
Hey, Michael, why not 50? Huh?
why not 80 of these dogs?
Why not roll 75?
So the first 2, they attack, and they are each of them doing 14 damage to you.
Jesus. Okay, so that's
I'm kind of gonna miss Parth.
Oh wait, hold on.
28.
I'm incorrect. They're doing 12 damage to you each.
Okay. So
But
that's
because the last one
36.
rolled a critical, technically it does double damage.
Okay.
And so that means you
So
are
48.
getting, yeah.
48 damage. Okay, I am down to 2 health. I'm going to use my racial
Oh,
bonus.
help. Oh no.
I
Wait,
didn't
you have to
roll
have more than
heal.
40. Oh, okay.
I had 50. I healed up to 50 during our last fight. So I'm at 2 health, but I am going to use my racial ability, which we just discussed before starting this stream, called That's Your Best Shot. Once per battle is a free action. After I've been hit by an enemy attack, I can heal using a recovery part of my free action. I only get half of the healing since the escalation die isn't over 2.
That's
I
still
have to
probably a good
roll
use
it.
of
I
your
can't
time.
take the average. So I will roll it and then I get half. So what's
You
that,
get,
23?
Yeah, so you'll get 11 points of healing.
Okay. Is that a 12? Can we round up?
I'll give you 12. Sure, that's fine. I also want to make sure you only have 64 health. Are you sure you have
Yep.
the 8 pint? Okay.
I
yeah.
have the yep. I have my base is lower.
Yep. Okay.
So it's 14 back. Okay.
I was really mean to you, and I think that was wrong.
Nope, that's how the game works. Don't go easy.
Okay. I'm gonna roll a d20 to decide if all 3 of the other bone wolves attack the same person, or if they break it up a little bit. And if it's I'm gonna say if it's a 15 or higher, they'll break it up. It's not. Now I have to roll a 1d3 to see who they attack. Oh no! What have I done?
1d4 you mean, or 1d?
No,
are they
no,
go after?
they're coming from. It's a pincer movement, as you
Oh,
might say.
they're going after the other 3. Okay.
And that means a 3 is log. So log's pretty tough.
Yeah.
As these wolves
far.
charge out,
Oh God.
and
Ooh, the music just picks up too, right when they got to me.
Does he die?
everyone's frozen for me. I don't know.
Oh,
Nope.
you're frozen for us. Welcome back.
Well, now I'm not frozen. Thank you. During that brief time, I rolled some attacks, and I want to know if log, if a 16 hits your AC.
No, my AC
What a 21.
meets it, beats it.
Okay, so 21 and 26, which means you are going to have 12 points of damage coming at you because they are flanking. So that's 24 total points of damage. Is your AC or is your health minus 24? That's what it is.
Yep.
All right,
Oh wait,
Tevra.
Yeah.
math.
I
Is
Gotta figure
will-
out his math.
Step out from the tree.
Mhm.
I will aim at the bone wolves attacking Parth, and I will fire off a lightning fork.
Lightning fork him. Fork him up.
Yes. I would love to.
Oh,
I'm-
I've just realized something.
Yes.
And we've done recoveries wrong. I don't know what the calculation on this site is, if it's just rolling all of ours. I should only be rolling 1d6 plus my con
No, it's times your level.
for recovery.
It's times
Is
your
it
level.
times your level? It doesn't say that
Yeah,
in the SRD.
It does in the book. It's times your level.
Oh, okay, so that's how it works. Okay, that's why it was so large, because I was like,
Yeah.
this seems weird.
But maybe
Yeah.
you've been doing it wrong.
Well, I was trying to be honest, but Michael has saved me, so I'll take it.
I'm gonna attack. I'm out of first level spell slots, so I'm casting this at third level. 24 against PD.
It's PD of the Bone Wolves.
The
I like you've
Bone
left Parth to
Wolves.
die. That
PD
hits.
PD and the Bone Wolves. They're my band.
Damn.
Parth is very much more hurt than Log is.
Oh,
Yeah,
did
but
you
are
say
are
that
you
were
helping?
going
Which
for
ones
log
are you
or-
attacking? Because you moved towards
Fine.
log.
No,
Okay.
I'm sorry. I moved out from the tree. I said I,
see,
was
I see,
attacking
I
the
see.
ones that were attacking.
I
Oh,
get
you
it.
were just
yeah.
getting, like,
The fact that you moved towards log, I was like, oh, you're just like fuck Parth. Like, okay, but anyway.
There,
I see.
I was standing right here. There was
Yeah.
an obstruction. Okay, so at third level, I will roll 7d6 damage. This is also a chain spell,
That'll be interesting.
and I did,
For
I did roll an
mooks.
even number.
Okay.
7d6, please. That's 29 damage,
Okay.
and I don't remember how chain spells work.
So the way I'll tell you this is I've split these into 2 different mook groups, and there are 3 in each. And basically, as you recall, when you do damage to a mook a group, you
Yeah.
each one of them has a set amount of health. So as you do more damage, more of them will die. So
Yes.
one of the wolves immediately bursts into flames and keels over. And I will mark.
With a chain
mhm.
spell, when you roll when you attack with a chain spell and get a natural even roll, you can roll another attack against a different enemy within range.
So I would say that goes
Keep
against
on
the
rolling
other.
attacks as you get even rolls.
I
and
would say
don't
that
run out
goes
of new targets.
very cool. That would go against the other move group. I would say.
Yes. So I will do that again. A 22.
Okay. A 22, you say? That still hits PD.
Great. 15 damage.
Okay. I'm just writing some health roll quick.
That was also a
15
natural
damage?
even roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that brings. Okay. Great. The wolves don't die, but the shock goes through them. And they release logs, limb, his boughs from their jaws. Wow, you rolled 5 1s in those 6s. That's
It
rough.
wasn't good, I'll say that.
Yeah, but that's another even one.
Yes, so can I go back to Parth?
Does it say specifically it has to be different targets?
Different
How's it
enemy within range. Keep rolling attacks.
Yeah, I think you can technically.
As long as you don't run out of new targets.
Oh,
This is new targets. So I think actually though, as you say that, you see in the distance a larger bone wolf,
Oh,
an
God.
alpha bone wolf,
Hey, alpha
steps
bone
into
wolf.
the frame. So
Oh, good.
I will allow you to target the alpha bone wolf.
Thank you for allowing me of this.
Mm-hmm.
A 35 to hit?
That hits whatever. I don't
Oh,
even
good.
care what you're targeting. That hits.
It hits, whatever.
29.
But note that was an odd number that you rolled, by the way.
It was,
yes,
yeah, I'm going with
lightning
my chain.
courses through the alpha bone wolf, and it seems enraged by the audacity.
I'm gonna move a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. Again, you're gonna stay within near distance unless you use a
Yes.
movement action to get far away.
Uh,
Because again, remember theater of the
I
13th
do.
Age is built around theater of the mind, so theoretically, it's like again like the positioning, like moving around doesn't really cost anything. You're like, oh yeah, I lean around the tree, that's nothing. But if you say like I want to move to be far from them, that would be a movement action.
I will move to far.
Okay. We'll call that far.
Yeah. I know what I'm good at.
Blast and run
Doing
away.
Damage to fucking bone wolves.
Speaking of blasting, Edenson's up.
Oh, hell yeah, brother. Okay, here's what I'm going to do.
Anyway.
Edinson has to start blasting. So Edinson is going to move to about here. I am going to try to help my father, Parth.
Please, father figure.
Father.
You met your father.
Eh,
He wasn't. Listen,
he's less of a father to me than Parth.
Fair.
he's not a stepfather. He's the father who stepped
Who
up.
stepped up? Yeah, exactly. So I am going to do 2 things. For flavor text, so I'm going to use a battle chant, which is both an attack where I get an additional effect, as opposed to using a melee attack. So I will be doing that. But I've written a little ditty as a bard for this battle chant that I'd like to
Yeah.
recite for everyone, and hopefully entreat the speaker, who I have a complicated relationship with, but that I rolled a mixed success with.
It's
Oh
complicated.
yeah.
I'm gonna lower down the battle for you.
Yes. Okay. So as those of you who may not know, there's icons in this world who are gods, or I guess they're gods, right? They count as
They're
gods?
the movers and shakers of the world. They are not
Movers
they
and
are-
shakers of the
They're
world.
almost deific in their
Yeah.
influence, but not
And one of them is the speaker, who's basically seen as kind of the force that united the beast folk and the wild lands and stuff. So this is a poem for the speaker. So Edinson points towards Parth and the 2 bone wolves that are over there, starts swirling some ink around, and scribbles out this song, which he activates. So the song is Flesh rent from bone and breath stolen from lung, the guttural roar of the beast folk is sung. Gnashing teeth, gates to death's domain. O speaker, help us protect what nature remains. Through force, power, precision, and guile, we seek to expunge the corruption that threatens this wild.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Rock horses!
Fuck yeah. Poetry.
Fuck yeah, poetry.
You're
And with
gonna
that,
write sung with hung
yeah, I'm fucking hung.
like a horse.
Yeah, so let me roll my attack for battle chant. It's charisma and level versus mental defense. So that is what we're
These
looking
bone
at.
wolves, all right.
Of the dead bone wolves. Okay.
Mostly dead.
28 against mental defense.
Quite good. Yes, that works.
Perfect. And I rolled a 19. Perfect. Okay, so the additional effect, which I'm just going to do first before I do the damage, I have a battle cry, which is called Pull It Together. On a natural 11 plus, I can use twice per battle. One nearby ally can heal using a recovery. So that's for Parth.
Oh,
so Parth can heal using a recovery immediately. And then for my damage, for the battle cry, and I'm going to target the wolves in front of Parth, is one nearby enemy. So I guess I'll do the one. I can't. How do I draw this one? The one to the left of
They're
Parth.
mooks, it shouldn't matter.
Oh, that's true. Okay. 46 plus 46 plus charisma thunder damage is coming their way.
Oh shit. Yeah. Good.
Oh shit. What's my charisma modifier? It's 4. Okay. Oh, that sucks.
Wow.
Bad damage roll, unfortunately. Okay, well that's only 11 damage, but that's to the one on the left. Yeah, is what it looks like. And let me double check something. Oh, I hit, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, okay, that's it. But yeah, if there's anything I can cash it in later, or if there's anything you want to do vis-a-vis the entreating the speaker, let me know. But we can also figure that out on a future turn.
That's cool. I mean, I think you did a song that invokes it. I don't think it necessarily activates your thing though, like your
Nope.
story point. Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. But yeah, so that's my turn.
Very cool. Log is up. You're
all
surrounded
of-
by bone wolves.
So, sorry, I know this has been explained. These are mooks, right? So it's one enemy.
Their health functions as one enemy. They attack separately though.
Yeah, but
It's a
do
little
they?
weird.
But they target if something targets, it targets the whole group, right?
Technically, they don't
Shared
have to.
HP pool.
But they are. This is a group, so they have a shared HP pool. But they could attack separately within. the
No,
group.
my attacks.
Yes, if you attack all of them.
Okay. I would like to use my new ability, Spore Shot. It costs 2 charges. I don't know how to use it. That's fine. Basically, I make a attack roll, a ranged attack roll. So let's do that first. Does a 28 hit their AC?
28 hits their AC. No problem.
Great. So as I
40 damage? Wait, hold on.
Yes, I did do 40 damage.
Holy fuck.
Marshals are good in this
Rangers
game.
Good. Chat.
Marshals are
Are
good.
Rangers good?
Nope.
He's not a ranger. He's
Not a full ranger.
I'm a ranger with exclusively fighter talents, except for one.
You're John Wick.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. So on a hit or miss, create a spore cloud around the target and 1d3 enemies in the same group.
You instantaneously, the spores choke and kill 2 of them, so...
Well,
You smell it, boy.
so that's 3. So all 3 nearby enemies have to use their move action to get out of the area, or take half the damage from my attack as poison damage at the start of my next turn.
So, the problem, Joe, I would say as an undead creature is that they are unaffected by poison.
Well, I didn't know that, but
I will let you. You did kill them. I imagine
Log
if you shoot these
shoots.
spores, like the like. I imagine like it takes root and these fungus like erupt from multiple of the wolves.
yeah,
You know what I'll say? Look, okay, they have to do. What do they have to do?
it's a move away, or take 20 damage on my next turn.
On your next turn.
Yeah.
From how far do they have to move? Doesn't say.
I would
They
say
have to take-
nearby to far,
Oh, yeah.
out of range band, right?
Mm-hmm. I think you're right. Okay, I'm gonna mark them all so that I remember that, because I'm sure there's some token that looks bad. I'm gonna make
Looks
it
like-
green
Yeah.
color.
So like this guy and this one.
Yeah, I get it. They've all got problems. Okay. But it's still an option. Alright. Well, the Bone Wolf Alpha. The spores spread through the air into the Bone Wolf Alpha, and it shakes its head, like, you know, almost like it would clear its nose, but its nose is mostly missing, you know, so it's just bone, and you just basically see like a snort and like blood and viscera comes out of it. And it charges at Log. Very mad at his
Oh.
and it is going to get a +2 bonus for its other wolf with it.
Wait,
A 28 against your AC.
I
Joe?
I also forgot I actually have an ability.
Good for you.
I got to also add double my dexterity modifier to that attack. So
For
the
the first one?
yeah, so the just the pack. So the pack of wolves that is right in front of me took an additional 18 damage.
Oh, okay. All 3 wolves died. So it's only 26 to have you. And I will say, unfortunately, I was trying to give the benefit of the doubt, but I did literally list your immune to poison and fear.
That's
I wrote
okay.
it into the character, so not going to take poison damage. But the Bone Wolf Alpha is going to come and attacks for a 26 against your AC.
26, yeah, that hits.
Yeah. And it is going to do, because there's no additional bonus, a 21 points of damage as it bites into your flesh. Your bark.
Okay.
Chomp.
Now it's time for Parth Tashian.
Action! So Parth is gonna first use a quick action to cast Whipping Tongues of Fire.
Classic.
Nothing occurs on this turn. It is a curse, which is something that he, in the Demonologist subclass, gets to use. Later on, as an interrupt action, I can use it. So that's locked in, loaded. And I think he, it sort of just is representative. He he's obviously reeling from this stunning hit he's just taken, and the healing he's very grateful for. But I think he kind of just he does the sort of Henry Cavill loads his fist punch move, and then snorts a little
Sure.
bit of fire.
Nice.
Um,
Spice Dad.
Spice Daddy. And then he is going to use his action to cast Swarming Flame Demons, which is actually not a summon, despite what it sounds like.
It sounds like a
And
summon,
it's it sounds like a summon. It is not. It targets 1d3 nearby enemies. It will be versus their PD, so I'm gonna roll for
They're both nearby right now, the
enemies.
groups. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm rolling a d4.
Yeah, you're
but I
attacking
got
everyone
3.
right now.
So yeah, well, I rolled a
Everyone.
d4, but it rolled a 3. So I got both of them, both groups, and then it will be my charisma, my level versus PD. Charisma. Whee! And we're still at 0, so it's a 25 to hit versus physical defense.
Hits.
Wow! So it does 20 damage. It's just a flat damage.
There.
So both of them will get 20 damage.
And
And
you
then there
kill
is...
one of the wolves.
Fuck yeah. And there is an additional effect, so regardless of my attack roll, that is whether I hit or miss, the next time either of the enemies rolls a natural 1 to 5 with an attack this battle, I deal an additional 3d6 fire damage to that creature.
Nice.
So I will need to know what they roll.
All right, I'm gonna change it to an orange token instead of a green one, so we can try to remember that. And I'll probably
They
forget.
both will have
So
it.
1 to 5s are bad. Got it. All right.
1 to 5s are bad. It's for both of them, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. I'll be annoying and ask. So, that's Parth's turn. I think he's got like a little singe in his beard, a little smoke coming out of his beard after he kind of exhaled a little fire. But he's looking punchy. He's looking good.
Good. That's great because the bone wolf in front of you is about to bite you.
He can try. He doesn't have his friends anymore.
He doesn't have his friends. You're right. He doesn't get any bonuses.
Fuck you.
25
roll
to
a
hit.
one?
I
Damn.
rolled a
God
15,
damn it.
and
Yeah, that
8
hits.
points of damage as he bites back into you
8
unrelentingly.
points.
Yeah, his fur is singed and full of spores, but he bites into you deeply.
Okay.
But no bonuses.
I'm mad, but alive.
Yes, fair. Tevra, you're up, and you're far away.
Yes, I am. Nope.
You're not getting extra
Actually, nope. I will move into near.
Mhm.
I will cast a spell. Boy, Parth, what's your health?
Don't have to worry about me.
Your words, not mine. Target the
I accept
bone
it.
wolf.
Alpha.
The alpha.
The alpha.
Alpha.
Target Alf. Fuck that.
Target
alien.
Alf. We hate
I'll
Alf.
cast,
Never
I'll
watched
cast
Alf.
Ray of Frost.
Wolves notoriously
I will
don't like the
target
cold.
I will target its PD. Escalation die is 1.
You know, PDE shrinks in the cold.
Now that was really stupid.
Joke.
Boo.
26 to hit.
That hits.
Great. That is going to be 4d8 damage. 25.
Damn.
25 points of cold damage.
Oh,
It
wait,
is
hang
still.
on a sec.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yep, that's correct.
It's still up, but it's not doing well. I think I'm supposed to tell you when they go below half health. I think they're bloodied, or is that that might be a 4th edition term? But there's a similar thing. It is definitely bloodied, pretty
Alright.
bloodied.
That's my whole turn. Thank you.
As in full chart. Oops.
Yep. I'm gonna roll a ranged spell against the big boy.
Big
It's
boy.
charisma versus level, plus level versus mental defense. So
Mental.
yes,
Let me read my
These wolves
stats.
are dumb.
Green.
and escalation 25 mental defense.
Hits.
Cool.
Just dumb animals, Greg.
Yeah, I mean, this is to help. So I'm assuming the big one has less than 100 HP.
Yes.
So the target is confused until it rolls 2 successful saves. So I cast discombobulate on the big wolf.
Confused and has to roll 2 saves.
2 successful saves. Yeah.
Whoa.
So I think you'd roll 1 per turn to try to save. So you'd have to do at least 2 turns.
Interesting. Yeah. So confused. You can't make opportunity attacks or use your limited powers. Your next attack action will be a basic attack. Or basic I will attack against at least one of your nearby allies. Usually determined randomly. And if you don't have nearby allies, you either do nothing or at the GM's discretion act in a strange, confused manner that suits the story. Wow. That's very, very good. So he's make 2 saves. So based on his turn, he'll get to make a save and see if he's.
And then he'd have.
Holy
yeah,
shit.
but that would be the first of 2. So basically
Yeah.
2 turns would go by. Yeah.
Wow, that is great power.
Yep.
Excellent.
So I think the way it looks is Edinson, pivots away from Parth and is like, "Dad's got it," and then turns to see the big alpha bone wolf, and basically, like, takes ink from his shoulder. It makes like a black disc, and he sends it, and it basically, like if you've ever seen those like
They're gonna say Dragon Ball Z, Krillin's solar disc. But yeah.
No, I was gonna say more like, have you ever seen those like metronome like tracks that have like a bead or something that like spins
Oh, yeah.
around? Like one of those just goes like around and around and around its eyes and its ears like continuously.
None of your audio there picked up.
It was cut out because
Woo,
of the ceiling.
woo, woo.
That's so
Yeah.
much better. Thank you.
Goes around its eyes and its ears continuously, and it just kind of like causes it to be confused. Yep, and that's Edison's turn.
Cool. Log is up, and you are not engaged anymore because it cannot engage you. I was confused.
Oh, great. I mean, I'm still staying right here. I am going to attempt to attack it twice with my longbow. Escalation die is now 1.
It is 1 now, yeah. Sorry, I should have for an Edison too.
That's a 27
I
to hit.
used it.
That's what I have to do. 27 to hit.
No.
That hits. No, 21
It's
to hit.
21
21.
to hit, I'm sorry.
27. Yeah.
21 against AC.
Yeah.
Miss.
Oh, good, because if I miss, I get to do damage equal to twice my dexterity modifier.
On top of your miss damage. Wow.
Yep.
It
So
should be-
So it's like 22
8.
or something.
8.
So 20. Oh, 8 total.
Your
I thought
damage
your dex was
8. No, but you're gonna also do your miss damage, right?
Yeah.
Which is
12.
Should
So
be at
12
least-
total.
12 damage. Okay. Excellent. And it is quite hurt.
And I rolled a even number, so it's attack again.
Oh, even on a miss. Wow.
Yup. The button. I have to change things so many times. 29 to hit.
Hits.
29 damage.
How does it look killing this alpha bone wolf?
I actually do
Fucking
more than
sick.
that. So it like took a swing at me. It's like kind of confused. Log is gonna kind of like run and like kick off its chest to get up in the air above it, and then like as he's like kind of moving then back away, just gonna like fire one shot to knock it off balance, and then the other one is just gonna like hit it clean in the head to like not like it's gonna do like a backflip because
You're doing a backflip or it's doing a backflip?
it's doing like he's gonna hit it so hard in the
I
head
see.
that like
There,
it's
like,
gonna like
Backflips over.
flip around. Yeah.
To symbolize that, I'm gonna turn it upside down.
Yep.
Hey.
Excellent. The Bone Wolf Alpha is no more. Parthassian, bring us home.
I think Parth is just gonna try to finish this last one off with a classic, a must, a stab in the soul.
A stab in the soul.
A stab in one stab in the
Can I
soul,
interest
please.
the gentleman with a stab in the soul?
Stab in the soul, please. Just one, just one.
Just a stab. Stab in the soul.
Just a brief little stab. 21 versus mental defense.
That's hits.
Actually, this one wolf is super fucking smart.
The smartest
Just this.
wolf.
He's the
This is the Sigma
smartest
wolf.
wolf.
This one went to Dartmouth.
I can't remember what my modifier is for charisma. I'm so charismatic. I'm gonna roll 2d8 plus roll. It's a nat 1 and a 2, so that's only 7
That's
damage.
so little damage,
That is
Mel.
almost minimum
Such a
damage.
bummer. That
It is
such a
one
bummer.
short of minimum damage.
The wolf is so sadly still alive.
He's like the wolf himself just stops and is like, "Oh, buddy, you okay?"
You okay, man?
Yeah. Oh man, I really goofed, guys. Guys, I goofed.
A gift.
I goofed. This is just embarrassing. Why don't one of you could one of you and then he just that's the end of his turn.
Could you someone? Yeah, and the bone wolf is still alive, and because you're there, it's gonna bite you.
Tell me what its attack roll is.
I will. It is a 26 against AC. It does 8 points of damage to Parth. As it
Hold
sinks its
on.
fangs into your skin. It
In,
rolled
in,
above
a,
a
in a
5.
fury, I am going to use a free action for diseased blood, which is an ability I have.
Wait, is this poison?
This is
I'll
poison,
do
yeah?
it.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Oh, no, actually it is. Ha
I,
ha.
would, I wouldn't do that.
JK, I'm just gonna take that damage lying down like a bitch. I take it. I deserved that.
You deserve that.
I
Right at
earned
the
that
I
damage.
terrible
deserve
stab in the
that.
soul. Parth lays down, ready for death, as Tebra.
Yeah.
Tebra's turn.
So prone.
Edison's like turning around to Tevra and like miming, "Save my dad!"
I think Parth, like, he pulls a ketchup packet out of his like pocket and he just puts a little bit on his mouth and he lays down and he looks at Edison. He goes, "Remember what I taught you." And he
Facing
prepares
misogyny.
himself for death.
Oh.
Respect
That-
women, but not
that-
that much.
That gaslighting works.
Gaslighting, girl boss, gatekeep.
Wow, I remember all of this from earlier.
Tebra's like, we can leave now.
Yeah, we could leave him to this wolf.
So, Michael, how is the
I'm back.
how is the Bone Wolf looking?
Bad.
I don't want to be a dick here because
You can be a dick, it's okay.
you know me. I'm a team
By
player.
being a dick, are you just gonna like walk away as Parth dies?
No, I'm not gonna walk away. But metagaming here, wizards can only cast a certain number of spells a day.
Don't you
And
have
I have
cantrips that do
cast-
damage?
No, we discussed
No,
this last
we've been over
session.
this.
Oh,
There are
right.
no
No,
damage
no, no,
dealing
no.
cantrips.
But you have spells that last all day. The at will spells
At
you can
will.
cast all day.
So remember, we don't have spell slots. We just have a number of spells that we can prepare per day.
And the spells are like
and then
per
every
battle.
spell
per...
has its
yeah.
own regenerative property. So it might be a
Right.
recharge spell at will, or it could be daily.
I would like to say that is not clearly spelled out in the rules.
It's weird.
Actually, it is a little weird, and I remember we had a lot of trouble with spell casting. But yeah, it's like you have a number. The spell slots let you pick the spells, but each spell has a different usage. And yeah, so the ones that are just like at will is like, yeah, you can cast as many times as you want. So I think that's like
There,
yeah.
there is a part at the top of the
Yeah.
powers in the character. It says slots.
That's the
Yeah, it's a
number of
slot.
spells
You
can
slot
prepare
in the
a day.
spell,
So like, for
but the
instance,
spells
I
have
as
different usage.
I
So
will
every
cast
class-
Ray of Frost.
as long as it says at will, you're fine.
Does a 28 hit its physical defense?
Yes.
That's great.
Hot tater tot.
How about 11 damage?
11 damage. Tell me how this bone wolf dies.
Dang.
Tevra turns from the alpha bone wolf, clearly having been dealt with. She looks over at the last remaining mook bone wolf pack that is harrying Parth, and she kind of cocks her head like, "You haven't taken care of this yet?" And she
Parth is laid down
lazily
with ketchup
lifts
in his
a
mouth.
hand, and her the ire splotches on her skin turn to a pearlescent white, and frost emanates from her hand in a freezing ray, and it brittles the bones to the point of shattering.
This wolf was already smoldering from fire, so you did the extreme heat and to cold.
That's on,
yeah, it
that's
just
on steam
cracks.
happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you have killed the wolves, and I'm gonna return to the tension music.
Say, I think Parth and Edinson are still acting out this scene because they
Oh,
don't
yeah.
let an opportunity for drama go to waste.
Absolutely.
They can't waste the opportunity to completely act out Parth's death.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah, I think Edison is like digging a grave and is like is like shoveling some dirt and is kind of getting Parth's cloak and like wrapping it like a shroud around his shoulders. And it's basically like a bluffing game. It's like who's gonna break first in this play acting. And Edinson doesn't have to say it, but the look he's giving Parth is basically like, "I'll do it. I will push you into this. I'll push you
better
into
die,
this
old
fray."
man.
Yeah, exactly.
Parth has just
Yeah.
located another ketchup packet.
It's like spurts out of the side.
And he puts it under his armpit and just goes.
As you two are doing this, and I think Tevra and Log, you kind of are like
Yeah.
watching this scene play out with mild disgust, maybe.
No.
Uh,
Log's gonna lean over and go, I got 5 gold on Parth breaking first.
Oh my god! Now Log's also a betting character. Joe's characters always have gambling addictions. This is
There's
a
a third
this is
line.
a
There's
player.
nothing mild about my disgust.
And I think the irony that you actually all sense is as you're watching this scene, you begin to see a faint glow over in the distance, and you recognize that this is a decrepit tomb. And as you've killed these bone wolves, symbols similar to the worm's tongue you've seen have lit up around the edges of of this crypt that is open.
What
Distance.
crypt?
Can you not see the light
I
in the
see it.
distance?
I see it.
Zoom out, Joe.
It's on the
Oh.
upper right corner.
Mm-hmm. Upper right corner.
Sorry, I was trying to hide the yellow border.
Can so read there and see it. Yeah.
I think having noticed this, I think Parth was probably in the grave by this point, as the symbols have lit up, and I think maybe Edinson is just starting to pile some dirt onto him when they notice, and he starts to get up.
Yes, I win.
Just stop. Okay, there's a shiny light now. We have to investigate. I can't be buried yet.
I'm gonna use
Wait
a
a minute.
a recovery.
We know that screen.
Same.
You make your way over, and I think what you recognize with the symbols, and getting more comfortable with this worm tongue, is that you see that clearly in this sort of bastardized demonic script, it says fell hooks on the top, and the doors have been, which seems like they were heavy stone doors, are cracked ajar. And we're gonna call it here for tonight.
Damn.
Thank you everyone for joining, and we will see you probably in the new year, actually, at this point. So everyone have happy, safe
Probably.
holidays, and keep on playing games.
Hey, follow our Instagram
Hey.
at Weeknight
Follow us
Wizards.
on Instagram. Yes.
Subscribe and like the YouTube video.
Smash that subscribe button on YouTube. Yeah,
Play 13th Age. It's a good game.
we like it a lot.
It
13th
is.
Age second edition is being developed and probably released in the next year. So keep an eye out.
Nice. Good shit.